with lots of perseverance, in fact, to be very positive. Vijay Shankar has represented India in the ODIs and in the T20s. He is representing Sunrisers Hyderabad in the IPL. And of course, he has won a lots of matches for our Tamil Nadu team. He has captained the Tamil Nadu team. And of course, we won the Vijay Hazare. Vijay, I think we won the Vijay Hazare tournament under your captaincy. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Vijay Hazare and the other trophy.
The other trophy. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic, Vijay. So it is very nice of you to be with us. We just want you to motivate our children during this tough times, also how they can manage and the ways of achieving whatever you have done so far.
Yeah, sir.
Welcome, Vijay.
Thank you so much, and hello everyone. I hope you're all safe and trying to get yourself physically and mentally fit. Because as sir said, it's definitely not an easy time for each and every one of us. It was a very challenging time for us. Especially when we, as a professional cricketer, it is very important for us to keep ourselves fit. That is the most important thing, and to keep ourselves fit, we need to keep, finding new things. And the most important thing is to motivate ourselves every morning. So, during this lockdown, it's very easy for us to, take things lightly. We can just avoid few things. We can sleep for more time and things like that. But if you see, as a professional cricketer, it is very important for me to follow all the important things. Especially for me, when I started my cricket career, the most important thing was the discipline which I have towards the game, and because of the game, I learned a lot how to lead my life. So in all these manner, I think it is very important for us to be disciplined first of all, and how to train every day. Like, you can find yourself small things to train yourself, but it is very important for us to train every morning, which is very important. So I found a way to keep myself fit. I found a way to train at my terrace. You don't actually need stuffs to, like, say for example, you don't need a dumbbell or a weight kind of thing to keep yourself fit. A skipping rope and body weight exercise is more than enough to keep ourselves fit for now. So I always, pushed myself right from the time I started playing cricket. So as I said, district was something was very important for me. It was like a stepping stone for me. That's how every individual who comes from districts can get into the state cricket, and from there you get into Ranji Trophy, and then the zone, and then India and everything. So there are a lot of important things which is very important as a cricketer, as a professional, to follow each and every day. So we might think, okay, we don't have any match right now and we can just take things lightly. But if you see from today or from tomorrow, for you guys, like, say for example, tomorrow morning, if you think that you're going to take something as a profession, I'm sure you'll have to keep pushing yourself for that. You need to enjoy, rather than you should not push yourself forcefully. It should be like natural. Every time you just wake up, and it should be like natural. You should enjoy each and every small things that you do. So that's how I started doing, and that's how I started improving myself as a cricketer, which is very important. So, definitely, when I was like all you guys, I will always look up to each and every small game that I play. Like sir said, rightly mentioned right now, that game would have been just a practice game or something, but till today, even when I play a practice match for a SRH team, or even anywhere for my league team or anything, I will never take a practice match lightly because you can learn a lot of things, by playing a practice match. And I always take those matches very, very seriously. And I've definitely learned a lot of, small things which had helped me to be a better cricketer now.
Vijay,
Yes, sir.
how far this acceptance is very important for everyone. See, wherever we are, whatever, see, we might have lots of plans, we might have lots of aspirations, but we have to accept whatever is there at present, right? So how far
Definitely.
that acceptance played an important role in your career, and how far it can help our children also?
Uh, Acceptance in terms of, if you ask my cricket career wise, definitely you need to accept few things. You need to accept the fact that you might get few things, you might not get few things, but whatever you get, you should try and be 100% to that. That is the only way where you can improve ourselves as an individual or as a professional. So definitely, whatever small things that you get, I think you should start enjoying that. You should start. One major thing is you should never crib or never compare yourself with anyone. You should just enjoy each and every small things that we do, and you should just look to improve ourselves as an individual. That's how you can climb the ladder.
Vijay,
Yes,
let
sir.
us take the current situation for example. Okay, when it comes to
Yeah.
acceptance, we have to accept whatever is now offered to us. We are not going to supposed to go out or whatever is there. But with that also, how can we work for our aspirations, and how far it's going to be useful for us?
So as I said earlier, like it is we might think that we don't have any important matches coming up right now, or as a professional cricketer, I might think that I have a break for next say 1 month or so. Till the time I get a message saying we have a match, we don't know what's going to happen. But just because we have a break, that doesn't mean we can just take things lightly. So every day, even a small bit of training or a small bit of practice will definitely help our game. So I, from last lockdown to now, that's what I've learned, and I've always, as a cricketer and as an individual, I keep saying this: the only thing that we have is we need to keep learning, and we need to keep improving ourselves as individual. So if we think in that direction, I'm sure we will find a way to get better. We cannot be satisfied with what we have right now. We should accept a lot of small things, but we should definitely look to improve from that, which is very important.
What was the best moment for you in your life?
The best moment I would say is it was actually the time I got my Tamil Nadu Ranji Trophy cap, because that was my dream. When I started playing the age category games and everything. From the time I got the Ranji Trophy cap, I just kept pushing myself. I kept pushing myself for each and every small thing, and I started achieving all the goals that I had set for every season. And eventually, when I got the India cap, I think everyone would be really, really happy when we get the India cap. So, in each first happiest moment was getting the Tamil Nadu state cap.
Lovely, Vijay. Lovely. And there are lots of students who are waiting to ask you lots of questions there. I think the
Yeah,
numbers are more.
yeah.
It will be very difficult and the time will not be enough. I think all the students can message their questions to me,
Okay.
and I will send it to you across, and maybe in the next
Yeah,
webinar session, or maybe
yeah.
you can answer them in the later period.
Sure,
How
sure.
was it? Yeah, I just want to ask you about leadership again. You have captained Tamil Nadu at a very young age,
Hmm.
and there were senior players in the team who were previous captains and who were under whom you have played before.
Yeah.
So how did you handle them? What is the best way to handle those types of situations?
Initially, it was definitely very difficult. It was a bit difficult for me to handle those things because I have seen all these players from a distance initially. Like I even helped a few to have a knock or things like that in during my college days. So from there to play with them for Tamil Nadu and then to lead a team with all the Star Wars was like a dream come true for me. And it was initially I was finding it a little difficult, but then I later I understood the understood each and every small thing and what they were expecting, and as a senior player, what will their expectations be, and all those things. So I was trying to get more suggestions from all the senior players just to keep them in the game, and just to keep them motivated for it, because as senior players it was very important for me to get their suggestions as well. So when I started talking to them, and I started interacting a lot more with them, it was much more easier for me. They were trying to help me during the games, which is very important because as a senior cricketer, they would have seen a lot of different scenarios. So those things definitely helped me when I played the game. But end of the day, one thing I learned was we lead, and say I'm leading and I have a senior player in the team, I should definitely listen to whatever they say. But then end of the day, it was my instincts which I was going with. So what I learned from that was, uh, even if I make a mistake, there'll be something for me to correct it. If I just go with someone's word blindly, I won't. When I go back, home, I won't be able to think about it or correct the mistake that I have done. If I take my own decisions and then if I make a mistake, also it is fine. You can come go back and you can rectify that. So that is one thing which I learned.
Good, Vijay. How was your experience in the first World Cup you played?
Definitely one of the best experience because to get into the World Cup squad was a big thing. Before that I just played a couple of series, and I had a very good series. So when I made my World Cup debut, and when it was against Pakistan, I think I cannot ask for anything better than that because the feel there was just unbelievable. Even today, when I think about that, I definitely get goosebumps because of the atmosphere that we had at that time, and the whole stadium was singing our national anthem and each and everything. So it was a different experience, and definitely enjoyed every bit of it. I just got injured and came back quickly, but I just enjoyed each and every bit of that.
Superb. Many students want to know about why did you choose cricket, and again, at what age you started playing the sport?
Why did I choose cricket? Cricket is something I love, and I started playing when I was 11, 10. Yeah, 10 years. So my dad loves cricket, and my entire family they love cricket, and that's how I got into cricket. And since the time I got into cricket, I never gave any reasons for my I won't even say failure, because every time you go out in the middle you learn a lot. So I've since the time I started playing, I've always thought about improving myself or learning each and every thing from from myself or from the other players who are there in the team. So I've always grown better because of these things. So my family is also a big support when it comes to cricket.
Vijay, take up any sports for matter. Injuries are always there to happen, right?
Yeah,
So yes, you will see since it's going to when you are all starting at a very young age, so you will definitely come across some injuries, and you have come across lots of injuries.
a
So
lot.
maybe of the
Yeah,
hamstring or something. how did you take it up, and what was the process of recovering and all these things? Just for the benefit of our children, I think it will be
Yeah.
very, very good if you are able to tell.
Yeah, sir. So yeah, so in 2016, when I got into the India A side, I was supposed to travel to Australia, for the A series, which was a very, very important, which would have been an important series. If I had done well in that series, I would have got into the Indian side. But before leaving, I had a knee issue. I went, met a doctor, and he said we need to undergo a surgery immediately, like say within 2 or 3 days time. We cannot extend it more because the damage was so bad. So it was very difficult for me to take a decision at that time. I spoke to my parents, my coach, Mr. Rahul Dravid, and he was our India A coach. So I spoke to everyone, and the good thing was they gave me the right advice. They just told me, think about the long term. Don't go for any steroids or injection right now, which will be good for now, but in the longer run, you might find it difficult to cope up with things. So I decided I need to undergo a surgery, and then after the surgery, I was out of cricket for about 5 months. So those 5 months was a real challenge for me because I know I got injured. I know I had a surgery. Every time I switch on the TV, there'll be some cricket happening. So it was very difficult for me to watch all that, and I was getting a little depressed with that. So at that time, I was in Bangalore in NCA. I was doing my rehab there. So my trainer kept pushing me. He was telling me that you are much better than all these things. You just have to believe in yourself. Just focus on the rehab and all the other things, which will definitely help you. So from that time, I decided whatever rehab, which is a very, very slow process, which is very boring, but we need to definitely give 100% to that. So every rehab that I do, I made sure that I am 100% to that, and I will never think about what is going to come in the future. So all I wanted to do is I need to give 100% uh, to these rehab that I do, and I was very sure that when I give 100% to all that small rehab or the strength training that I do, I was very sure when I come back I'll be stronger and I'll be more dangerous in terms of my cricket. So that was my first experience, of missing cricket for like 5 months. But when I came back the same year, I led Tamil Nadu and we ended up winning Vijay Hazare and the other trophy. So it was kind of eye opener for me. So since then, whenever I got a lot of injuries, I missed my World Cup because of injury. Last year IPL I missed because of injury, and then again the Said Mustaq Ali this year I missed because of injury. So I know it was very difficult. You go, you get injured, you come out. Again, you go, you get injured, you come out. So it was a very, very difficult thing for me. But then the only thing that I had was, these rehab and the strength training that I was doing. So I told myself I need to do it like 100%. I don't have any other choice. If I have to play cricket, I need to give my 100% to all these rehab and strength training that I do. So once I did that, whenever I came back, I was at my best. So I was enjoying, my cricket more than, I never thought about what will happen if I, give my 100% and get injured. So that thinking I never had. So I was just enjoying my cricket and I was giving 100% to my rehab and strength training.
Superb. So mentally, you have to be very tough. That's what you
Yeah,
are
definitely,
driving
because
at.
you don't have a choice. You have to, if you have to play cricket, you need to do all these things with full heart.
Who was your idol in your younger days when you started playing cricket, and how did you feel when you were moving with the greats like MS Dhoni or maybe Warner along with the foreign players? Just that experience.
My cricketing idol is definitely Rahul Dravid. I was very fortunate to to have played a match with him for my league team. And I think the last 5 years he was my India A coach as well. So I had a terrific time with him. And the best thing that I learned from Rahul Dravid or even VVS Lakshman for that matter is like they have achieved a lot, but even today, if you go and talk to them, they'll be like just like another person. They are like very very calm and I think they are one of the best according to me. And when it comes to MS Dhoni or Warner, any Kane Williamson, any top cricketer, I think they've all. I had a very good time with them. They talk, they can talk cricket and other stuffs. But then these players have always, they've talked good about my cricket. Like they've always motivated me. They've always told the positives that I had. So I had a very good time, with all these top cricketers.
Vijay, today sports is becoming very prominent, right? Sports is uh, it's almost profession. All sports, in fact, most of the sports have become profession. Like what you have chosen, cricket. Many of the sportsmen have become professionals. And about sports coming up and children taking up sports, then again, women cricket in India. Lots of girl students are there in this group, and they are asking a lots of questions. The coming up of women's cricket in our country as well as all over the world. Just a few words about that, please.
I think it's getting really, really popular, and there are a lot of professional women cricketers, coming up now. And even my brother conducted a tournament recently, just before the lockdown, and it went on really well. And there was, I think, couple of teams which came from different districts. They came on their own just to play this tournament. They stayed here them on themselves. I think they yeah, I think women cricket is really going up. I'm sure if there is any women cricketer in this group, I'm sure you can take this as a profession, and definitely this will give you a lot of satisfaction. I'm sure it is going really, really higher and higher.
And there are a few students who are mentioning that I have participated in the tournaments, sir, as we are
Okay,
talking about that
very good.
tournament.
Hope you had a very good time there.
Yeah. And Vijay, challenges change every time. See, it's adaptability, right? You have to adapt. For
Correct.
example, in our days, there were not many nets. We used to go to Chepauk, practice there, and that was the only place. But there are lots of academies come up, and there are lots of openings for nowadays children. But the challenges are different.
Yeah.
So can you just tell me when you started your career, maybe as a 10-year-old or 11-year-old boy, what was the challenge you were facing? And nowadays kids, what types of challenges they are facing? How to come over that? How to beat those challenges and come up?
I like when I started. The challenges for me were like as you said, like going to different place for practice, traveling say for like 45 minutes just for my practice, and then come back home. Those were the challenges that I had, but fortunately, my dad was there. Like he was taking me around. He was ready to leave at any time. So I used to leave at 4:30 in the morning to St. Beach just for practice, and then come back just for a couple of summer camps. I went there. Other times, I used to practice with my personal coach, with whom like I've been working for the last 15 years. So, after I think once I got established, and once I started getting into closer to the Ranji Trophy, my dad just got a small parking lot where he put all the nets where I can practice throwdowns there. So that's how I started playing here. As you said, like today I've been seeing a lots and lots of academies everywhere, but it is very important for the kids and also the parents to choose the right place, because I can definitely see that a lot of academies have opened just for the sake of business. Yes, it is a kind of business, but then it is very important for the kids to learn the right things, especially when they are like say between 11 to 15, where you learn a lot of basics, which is very very important. I know this is a time where T20 is, everyone wants to play T20, but even to play T20, definitely you need to have strong basics. So it is very important for them to find the right place. I think the challenge for them will be to find the right place. I think they're all in a safer hands with you, sir. Like I remember playing against your academy, and that was one of the academies to beat for us. So I'm sure a lot of guys will definitely look to focus on basics than straight away getting into T20 mode.
Good. Some technical questions are also asked by children. I am bowling wide down the leg side. What age can I start? All these things, but those questions can be answered later. Vijay, your family was a great support for you. The role of a parent, especially for the benefit of the parents, one thing, how to support their children, how far they have to reach, all these things. And next is, how did you balance your studies as well as your sports?
Okay, first I'll finish the studies things. So like I personally feel as a sportsman, not just cricket, any sports, any individual who is into sport, I'm sure they'll be a pretty decent student. So I never had an issue about studies. So like if say for example if we are playing cricket, the same ways it is very important for us to finish our graduation as well. So very very few can come over without finishing their graduation or things like that. But if you see as a normal individual, it is very important for us to give our time for education. Say for example your school has done so much for you all, to arrange something like this. What is that you can give back to your school? Only by studying well, only by keeping them happy. So these small things will definitely help them. So it is definitely important as a sportsman to be a good student, not just in education as well as in your profession. So if you are a good student in your education, I'm sure you'll be a good student in your profession as well. So the other next thing is like definitely my family has been a great support for me. Like since the time I started, it was all them who kept pushing me in terms of not forcefully sending me to go and play cricket. I always enjoyed playing cricket, but they were always behind me for whatever ups and downs that I had. They kept backing me, especially in the early days. Like I still remember I played a match in Mumbai. I traveled overnight. Like say, I took a flight to Chennai. I reached around 12 o'clock, and my dad was ready to pick me up from the airport, and we drove down to Salem the same night and played a district finals in Salem. So things like that, it is very important for us to get family support as well. And he was always there for all the difficult times and all the good times. So they never, parents. My dad, he will definitely question me when I get out and come home. But if I think about that right now, it is definitely for the betterment of my cricket and for me to get better every day. So when I was at your age, definitely I might think, why is my dad telling all these things? I just played a match and I came back and all. But moving on, like say, when you're 18, 19, you will definitely realize all that would have definitely helped you in some way. So for you guys, I would say, just listen to them. And it is very important for us to, as a individual, to respect every individual. So if we can respect, first it starts from our family. So if we can respect them, and then our coach, and then your teammates, I think rest of it will definitely follow. So, and for parents, I would say definitely don't push anyone to push forcefully. Don't push them to play cricket just for the sake of it. The kid has to definitely enjoy playing it. At the same time, definitely keep backing them. It is not easy. You see here, I can see like I think almost 1,000 participants are there. So uh, just in your school, like if you have 1,000, just imagine the entire state that we have. So it is definitely not easy for the kid. So it is very important for the parent to keep encouraging them and keep motivating each and every day.
Vijay, you were a batsman who bowled off spinners when you were a young cricketer.
Yeah.
What made you take up bowl medium pace, fast bowling maybe? Maybe you felt that you were tall enough, you had the skills to bowl, or what was that sudden change? See, I can understand. See, Ashwin was a batsman who could bowl medium pace when he was young till under 19. He took up off spin and made it to the country. Like that, you also changed from a spinner to a fast bowler. Just the reasons and how does it feel now to become bowl medium pace?
The reason behind that was when I kept scoring runs in first division, I was finding it difficult to break into Tamil Nadu Ranji Trophy side. So I remember getting 1,000. I was the highest run getter for a couple of seasons, highest and the second highest run getter. Still, I didn't make my Tamil Nadu debut. And I thought I should be something different when compared to others. I know I had the height, but for me to bowl medium pace, I definitely need to improve my physique at that time. So I thought, okay, let me try bowling medium pace and let me see if that works. So when I started bowling medium pace, the completely everything changed. I just got into Tamil Nadu side. I made my debut. 3 years from there, I made my India A debut, and then that actually helped me to get into the Indian team as well. So uh, there is a reason for me to start bowling medium pace. If you are an off spinner, batsman off spinner, like I remember like there were like 4 or 5 cricketers who were like batsman off spinner. Say for example Murli Vijay or Badrinath, even they bowl off spin. So for me to get the ball, it was like it will be too late. So I thought if I bowl medium pace, it will definitely help me in some way, and it definitely worked actually.
So I think it was first ball wicket for you, right?
Yeah, yeah. Against Pakistan.
It's a great thing, right? Okay, good choice, medium pace. Now, some students, I just want to go through some students' questions also. What is the best batting order you want to bat?
Me personally, I would love to bat higher up the order, like say 3 or 4. I am someone who bats at 3 initially, but then because of team situation and the team demands me to bat at number 5, 6, or 7. So that's how I didn't have a choice. So I had to adapt myself as sir rightly mentioned a few minutes ago about adapting ourselves. So I started telling myself that I should be ready to adapt myself to different situations, and only because of that, I think made my India debut because I was able to adapt to different situation.
The pressures are different at different levels. When you are a kid, the pressure is entirely different. And now, being an established cricketer representing a country, representing an IPL franchise, the pressures not alone from the team for your own performances or something else. How to manage the pressure of the media or the social pressure, whatever you are facing?
Yeah, definitely it is. I know it's actually a very good question because it has affected me in some way. I'm sure I know most of you people will be there on social media, but my only advice will be to you can be in that, but take only the positives because it has definitely affected me in some way. But then it has also taught me a lot of things. Say when there's a lot of negativity going on, I just I asked me few questions like am I going to give up easily because I have so much of pressure from outside, or am I going to try and prove things wrong to other people, or why did I start playing cricket? Like I basically started playing cricket to enjoy because I love this game. So when all these pressure comes in, when I think about how I started, it is just for me to enjoy the game. So right now for me, when I have a lot of pressure outside. All I can do is just enjoy my cricket. These outside pressure will always be there. If you see, like, there'll be 1,000 people talking good about you and 50 or 60 people, talking bad about you. You will only see those people who are talking bad about you. But it is very important for us to see the positives as well, and try to avoid these things, try to neglect all these negativity, and look to focus on the game, look to enjoy the game, because it is about, all these are basically perception based. So it might change overnight. Tomorrow I go and play at a couple of match winning knocks, everything will just change overnight. So it is about enjoying our own cricket. Then just it is very important to neglect all these things. It is very important to avoid all these negativity that is happening around.
Vijay, how good it is being an all-rounder and how difficult it is to be an all-rounder. Just both the points I just want you to clarify for our children.
It is that on the other side, like I enjoy being an all-rounder because you'll be in the game all the time. Say batting, bowling, or fielding. I love to field only in hot spots. The important positions. So you'll be in the game all the time. It'll definitely take a toll on our body, but then for that you need to train extra when compared to others. So you need to keep ourselves really really fit, and you should enjoy basically being an all-rounder.
That is the hardships of the sport, both departments as well as batting, as well as, of course, whether you are a batsman or a bowler, you have to field well.
100% mandatory, that is.
One word,
Yeah.
just for the benefit of all the students who have taken up other sports also.
Yeah.
Not only cricket. Your few advices for them.
I would say, like, hard work, which has no substitute. Whatever sport you are in, you need to keep working hard, and you need to improve ourselves each and every day. You need to learn new things every day, and most importantly, never give up. Whatever the situation is, once you have decided you are going to take this as a profession, never give up. Keep pushing yourself. We never know what will come in the future, but if you can just take one day at a time, if you can just enjoy this day, if you can just give you 100% today, in the future things will take care of its own. So just enjoy yourself today and don't think about what is going to come in the future.
Vijay, I would like to thank you so much. Our executive officer, Mr. G. Prabhakaran, is with us. I just like our executive officer to deliver his vote of thanks for you being with us. I think the boys and the girls would have enjoyed a lot, and we would like to have many of your times. I'll be disturbing you very frequently. Please be with us. Motivate our children.
Definitely, sir. Anytime.
GP sir. Can we have GP sir online, please? Children, you have asked lots of things. I was able to come up with only with a few, with whatever time we had. And most of the things, very important things, I wanted Vijay to share with us. He has already shared. He will be with us for a longer period. There are lots of fans for you, Vijay, in our school. They are asking me, sir, please give his number. Sir, please ask this question. Sir, lots of children are giving messages like that. And whatever questions you wanted to ask children, please text it to me. Definitely, it will be answered by Vijay. He will definitely spend time for it. And Shankar sir, if you are in line, I think
hello,
we can
sir.
request
Good evening, sir. I'm the executive officer G. Prabhakaran speaking, sir.
Hello, sir.
How are you, sir?
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm very, very happy, sir. You are given your time to just talk about the cricket and your experience with our children. Really, it's a great momentum for us, sir. And bottom of my heart, and from my director, sir, and chairman, sir, really, really, thank you very much for your presence and valuable speech. really our children would have motivated, and we would like to invite you when the pandemic is over. We want to invite you in person to motivate our children, sir. Thanks a lot, Satish sir, arranging our sir to be
Thank
in
you, sir.
online and give his experience to our children. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Vijay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, sir.
We'll keep in touch. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Good luck.
Thank
Good luck,
you.
everyone. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Vijay.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, good. விஜய்க்கு தான் ஃபோன் பண்ணும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா பேசினான், நிறைய விஷயம், நல்ல கொஸ்டின்ஸ், நல்ல ஆன்சர்.